Hello everyone, welcome to another walkthrough episode for the game Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. So anyway, I'm still in the middle of the first trial for this case. Anyway, Mr. Quiz obviously witnessed a single person in the area of the plaza that evening. The problem is identifying exactly who that person was. Was it Maximilian Galactico, or was it the ringmaster, Mr. Russell Berry? The prosecution argues that it was the defendant that the witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's three symbols.
Alright, this is getting old. Come on, man, you gotta remember them by now. Here we go again, everyone all together now. Ow!
Yes, we know. The silk hat, cloak, and white roses. A silk hat and a cloak. Anyone could wear them. They'd even look good on them. They even look good on me. What was that? Well, the witness has endlessly repeated that he saw Max's three symbols. However, how do we really know it was Maximilian Galactica? It could have been someone else dressed up as him. Possibly even Russell Berry. What? Miss Von Karma, you have clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant? Well, if that's the case, then it is impossible for me to make a judgment at this point. Yes, I think we finally won a point in this one. That is very unfortunate. Huh? You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix, right? What do you mean by that? You merely established one thing from this witness. You established that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort, but who that person was can only be answered by the next witness. Huh? Your Honor, the prosecution will provide beyond a shadow of a doubt an answer to that question. It's evidence that clearly establishes one thing. That there is no one other than Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime. Very well. The court will take a 10-minute recess. During that time, I request the prosecution prepare their next witness. Court is now in recess. I didn't know the recess part would be up to 2 minutes from where a couple minutes from where I last saved. So anyway, save clear stage data up to this point. Yes. December 29th, 11:54 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 5. Sweetie, you have to believe me. I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene. So then, where were you when the murder took place? We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room. And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room. That room, right? Exactly. He told me to wait in the room because he would be right back. That's when the ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right? That's it. That's what it seems like. But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right? Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster's room still dressed in my stage clothes. But when I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off. Which means... that means the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking for Max. Fabulous! That's a fabulously possibility. Well done, Nick. However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? If you think about it, all they found at the crime scene was my silk hat. What about my cloak? Where did that go? Wow, Max, I never thought of that. You should be a detective or something. Well, I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up, magician or president. You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision. We all been there. That's really cool. Fabulous. This mystery just keeps getting deeper. That same day, 12:06 p.m. District Courtroom number 2. Now that everyone is back, let's get started. The court is now back in session. Ms. Montgomery, please proceed with the prosecution's case. Very well. I will now call my next witness. A pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. Will Mr. Lawrence Curls please take the stand? Why did she just call him a pitiful clown? The witness will state his name and occupation for the court record. In West Philadelphia, name and occupation. Will the witness please inform the court why is he speaking autobiographical gibberish? I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being in court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. I wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited to this sort of occasion. What in the world are you talking about? You're in a grand hall of justice, not some comedy club. Since it's easy to see your occupation, please state your name for the court. Oh yeah, maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign only says no shirt, no shoes, no servant. Okay, how about this? Have you seen my proctologist, Dr. Seymour Butts? How's that one? That was actually a good joke. But a couple of clowns, they were up to no good. Your name? Lawrence Curls, professional funny man, also known as Mo the Clown. You witnessed the scene at around 10:15 p.m. the day of the murder. Correct. Yes it is. Very well, Mr. Curls. Will you please testify what you saw that evening? A rabbi, a priest, and a Rastafari. Without the humor, please. Okay. Poor Mo can't be his normal stoogey self in court. I know. I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I haven't been able to make people laugh for 10 years. No matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and a polite applause. Since no one ever laughs at my jokes, I've taken to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown who can't make people laugh. I'm almost useless, but I keep trying it. I even tried to come up with jokes just for today, but this atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I decided to try making everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone, what do you think of me? How am I doing? Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions here? Witness. Huh? We will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick with the facts of this case. Really? You'll really hear me out? Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later. Thank you. I can't wait. Poor Gumshoe. Now that that's settled, shall we begin once again with the testimony? Of course we can. I'll talk for as long as you want. Again. I mean, we can't really cross-examine him with his life story. The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who was wearing a cloak. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. That's very interesting. If this eyewitness account is to be believed, I have enough to pass judgment right now. Of course you can. There is no way that this account can be criticized. However, the witness is a bit, how do you say, off-kilter. Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him. That must be because of my insincere smile. Mr. Wright, please begin the defense's cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, you've got to find some kind of contradiction in this testimony. I know that. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, I'm afraid that if you push this witness too far, it would bring disaster upon the court. Thus, I sincerely hope you are not going to engage in pointless saber rattling. I understand, Your Honor. If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, I'll hold you responsible. Why am I responsible? I'm not the one with the corny joke. You'd say that practice wrapped around 10 p.m., correct? See, that's the thing, huh? How exactly am I supposed to make a joke about 10 p.m.? Now, 8 o'clock, that's something a clown could rip off to. Let's just pretend it was 8 o'clock. I could make a great joke. Let's not. Let's not make it 8 p.m., alright, Mo? What do you mean, let's not? Don't take the clown out of the clowning around. Come on, Nick, just listen to his joke. There are 3 reasons why I want to. 1, I probably won't laugh. 2, I'll get hit with the penalty. And 3, I'll get whipped. Will the witness just proceed with the factual testimony? You are so boring. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. You just happened to glance out of the window. You could say that. You could also say I peeked, stared, glimpsed, peeped, eyeballs. Mr. Curl. Oh, I guess synonyms aren't allowed either. What should I do? I wonder if I should press them further on the issue. Very well, Mo. How about we get back to your testimony now? This is definitely one of your more straightforward cross-examinations, Mr. Wright. Of course, you threaten me with a penalty if I don't keep this stooge in check. That's when I saw 2 silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster. He was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. You know, I'm just gonna let myself get penalized on purpose at this point, so... Yeah, I'm gonna get game over but... I just want to hear more of Mo's joke. Alright, 8 o'clock then. You want to hear the joke. The man goes to his doctor and the doctor asks, how is number 1? The man says every day at 6. The doctor asks, and 2. The man says every day at 7. And what's that? 8. Witness, these are exactly the type of jokes you should say for Gumshoe. Ow! You knew that would happen. Don't look at me like that. Mr. Wright, you're hereby penalized. This will not become a kangaroo court. This isn't funny at all. In more ways than one. More ways out. I knew that was gonna happen. I mean, this is my first time coming this far in the game, and I just knew something like that would happen. I mean, Phoenix will get whipped, but the penalizing, well, to me it's a 50-50 thing. Oh yeah, I'm multitasking by the way. I'm playing Pokemon Heart Gold on the DS. You have no idea. That's why I was pooped. You were pooped that night. Yes, I was very, very tired. Not to mention I had some bad Mexican food. What? The double cheese double. Bean enchilada is a dangerous menu item. What happened after that is that they say happened. That one was cool, huh? I hear the kids really love toilet humor these days. That joke was so hip, I don't want to ruin it with a reply. I've got a good reply though. That joke was so funny, it just earned you a penalty. You just happened to glance out the... Keep pressing. Exactly why did you look out of your window that night? Why? Why? Clowns don't need a reason to look out their windows, do they? That's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday, once I had tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thump. Oh yeah, I forgot about that! You forgot? Your Honor, the witness looked out of his window upon hearing the loud sound. He did not just simply glance out of his window that night. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I? Ow, yeah! Oh. That's not something you should just forget to mention. Yeah, what she said. I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony. Very well, Mr. Curls, please revise your testimony. This should start turning the tables in our favor. What was the sound like? Well, I guess it kind of sounded like, I guess you could say, Mr. Curls, may the court remind you that humor is unnecessary. Go! How do you know that I was going to make a joke? I guess that the sound sounded like I suppose it sounded like something getting hit with something very hard. Yes, that's what it sounded like, honestly. Someone getting hit, huh? What then? You went to look out the window and you saw. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. Far away, you say? If you had to say exactly how far away were they? Let me think about for a second. If my room is here, then they look about yay big. I'd say they were about 30 feet from my window. Just 30 feet. That's not far at all. It was snowing that night, and it cut down on visibility. I see. Please continue for testimony regarding the two shadows you saw. You'd say you clearly saw this, even though you were, by your own admission, far away? That's right. I had been thinking about it over and over since that night, but things didn't really make sense until I spoke with the prosecutor, Miss Von Karma. But now I am 100% certain that it was Max and the ringmaster that I saw that night. Just think about it. How could I be wrong if Max is always wearing his uppity symbol? Uppity symbol? Lawyers nowadays. You don't even have to go to school anymore to be one. Alright, everyone knows what to do. All together now. Say it with Uncle Mo. See what I mean? It's always like this. The crowd never wants to go along with me. I must really be utterly and completely worthless as a clown. Yowza! Enough foolishness! Get back on track. Will the witness please testify as to what he saw, and only what he saw? I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. You say you saw the ringmaster get clonked over the head. Yes, I did. It's the climax of my story. He really does enjoy the completely random non-sequitur. What would you say the victim was struck with? You mean the weapon? I have no idea. A weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right? No. You did say you saw the entire thing, didn't you? Well, yeah, I suppose I did. Wait, no, I didn't. I didn't see a weapon. Mo, did you or did you not see the crime of the murder committed that night? I will not permit you to harass my witness in this matter. You'd better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown. Because if you don't, you know what is waiting for you. A nice penalty. Wasn't that a bit melodramatic? So what will it be then, Mr. Phoenix, right? Do you have any clear basis to believe that my witness did not see the crime? Of course I do. I've got a great reason to make it my claim, and I suppose you will be telling us all that great reason. Of course I will. The reason is the witness's very own testimony. What's the meaning of that, Mr. Wright? Mo said that he heard a sound like a thump of someone getting hit. He did say that. However, Mo has just stated that following under oath. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. It's Mo to be believed when he says he looked out the window upon hearing the sound. There is no way he could have seen Max clonk anyone. In 1972, a crack clown unit. Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment? They didn't commit. These clowns promptly escaped from a maximum security clown car. Mr. Curls, are you reciting the C-Team theme to anger this court? No. I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory. Great job, Nick. These types of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. You have to peel back the layers of that clown makeup to find the truth. Well, you're back from your jog? Yeah, well, it pretty much happened the way I said. Pretty much. When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. The prosecution helped me fill the gaps of my statement. Von Karma? Tampering with the witnesses again. So now you are saying that you did not see the defendant clonk the ringmaster? Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster has already checked out. Checked out? Yep, he was on permanent vacation, as they say. Mr. Curls, Your Honor, you did not witness the actual crime. However, you still say you saw the criminal, correct? Yes, exactly. The ringmaster was slumped over and I saw someone's silhouette next to him. Very well, then please testify to this silhouette you saw. I expect the truth. And if I even catch a hint of a joke from you, I will put you on holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Got it? Got it. I was a bit far away, but that shout could only have belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. His silk hat, that black cloak. They were all there. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying. It does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime. You took your time realizing that, didn't you? Whatever, that should be enough, right? It is decisive testimony. Was Max really at the crime scene that night? You say he wasn't there. We have to keep believing that. All right, Mr. Wright, commence your cross-examination. Don't you think you are going a little overboard with how explicit you're being? That shall belong to Max is an awfully firm statement, don't you think? What are you getting at? I'm just saying that one of your fellow performers' life is on the line here. Are you truly 100% absolutely certain that it was Max? I'm not the kind of person who would lie about something as serious as this. The silhouette I saw was Max. I'm convinced of that. It doesn't seem like he is jumping to any conclusions this time. Let's go over this again then. What makes you so sure that you saw Max that night? Trillo said the same thing. But if it was just a symbol, then even I could have been wearing them. What if someone had just taken Max's symbols and worn them? I saw that myself, but just looking at the shape of the face I saw, it must have been Max. You're sure of that? Such a silly little boy. He threw his entire case headlong into a trap. His silk hat, the black cloak, they were all there. You're sure that is what you saw that night? exactly what I said I saw is exactly what I saw. I've got eyes like a hawk. Don't birds have terrible night vision? But that's not all I saw. You were able to see that kind of detail from your window? There was a light near the scene of the crime. Anyone with decent eyesight should have been able to see that much. Out of curiosity, Mo, what is your eyesight like? I could see like the hawk of my left eye and an eagle out of my right eye. Our record says eyesight is a perfect 20/20. That must mean he could have seen the crime scene clearly. The more we look into this matter, the more suspicious it becomes. Hey, you asked me what my eyesight was like, not what it actually was. So, you didn't actually see what the criminal was holding. That's correct. I've been curious to know what caused the loud noise. It must have been something incredibly hard. Too bad they haven't found the murder weapon to know for sure. They claim it was a blunt object. At least it said so in the autopsy report. With Trillo's testimony and now Mo's, it really seems like Max is the killer. Nick, you gotta find the contradiction in this. That's not going to be enough. What? I have to prove that Mo saw someone other than Max that night. That's the only thing I will help. I've got to do it. Symbols. Black Cloak. You say you saw all of Max's uppity symbols? I suppose so. The silk hat and the cloak, right? Mo, everyone knows that Maximilian Galactica has 3 uppity symbols. 3 symbols? Yay, everyone, get ready, all together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. What the? Who cares if he knew that there were 3 or not? He saw what he saw, and he saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention one. Isn't that right, Mo? Do you like pie? Silence, fool. You are to respond to the whole truth, no fraction. Order! Order! Mo. You didn't see the roses, did you? To be honest, there wasn't any roses on that person I saw. The crime scene was dark. It's obvious it was too dark to see that kind of detail. But the witness said he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them. Then the roses must have fallen off when the defendant assaulted the victim. If that was the case, then the police would have found them near the crime scene. Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the facts of this case? Clearly not. He's just toying with this court. I got her on the ropes now. Whenever there's a nugget of truth, it always seems to peek out at me, then run away. Someone's toying with the court, but it's not me. Your Honor, do you recall Trillo's testimony? There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? How can you mistake someone wearing such a snobby 3-piece getup? Well, thanks for watching. Until next time, to be continued, baby.